that's what it's all about here in Ring Wars, Carolina.
Big opportunity for Brady Pierce.
Yeah, Fodder's first championship defense. And look who he drew, Brady Pierce.
Well, Fodder, he's not the kind of guy that's going to duck top-tier talent. He's the kind of guy that's going to seek it out.
Yeah, and I mean, who bigger a talent than somebody like Brady Pierce? Look at that. I mean, that upper body strength by Brady Pierce is almost matching Fodder's. At this point, it is matching Fodder's.
No argument with that. Both of these guys are very, very capable, very, very strong, very well conditioned, very hungry. They're even in almost every category. And when you got that going on, it's really hard to tell who's going to come out with the advantage.
The only thing I'm thinking about is Pierce has that reach advantage on Fodder. And that could come into play big time as we see this match continue.
Counterpoint to that, I think Fodder's a little bit more of a barrel-chested bastard.
That's a possibility. Yeah. And look at Pierce, though. I mean, how often do you see a wrist lock reverse that quickly from Fodder on somebody?
Oh, yeah, and he's guarding his control there. He has both arms firmly clasped, but Fodder with a roll through there, coming out with a torque of the arm of his own, transitions into a hammer lock. He wants to stand a little bit further behind there, make sure that Brady doesn't reach behind him with those big, long arms, and he does drop down, takes both legs out from under him, transitions back to his side headlock. And we're all the same on the mat, so no more leverage advantage here.
No, not at all, and Fodder knows that. But look at that, Brady Pierce able to get up just as quickly as he was taken down. And, oh my, using that chiseled physique and reverses the submission on Fodder. Fodder in a side headlock there, and hair pull by Fodder, not something you see every day out of Fodder.
I mean, you'll see it when he needs it. It's a wrestling hold.
Yeah, but look at the lower body strength and an arm drag takedown to the champion now. Fodder in trouble in the early goings of this championship match.
Pierce needs to set down on top of him a little bit more. A guy with that kind of size should be able to control him on the mat for a little bit longer. I think he may be taking Fodder lightly, or maybe he wants to look for a different position. Maybe his prime strategy isn't to wear him down on the mat. A guy that big, that stands to reason.
Yeah, but, telegraphed by Fodder.
Kick to the head, that's a good start. Arm drag takedown, though, we're back to the mat. So we'll see where this one goes. I'm still not clear what either man's strategy is. I believe we may be in the feeling out stage of this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're playing chess, you got those opening moves as you're trying to figure out your mid-game. That's where we're at this point, Steven. As Fodder tries to find some way to get the pace of the match in Fodder's favor. And we see Fodder now with a knee to the midsection. I tell you what, Fodder frustrated. And you're not used to seeing that. Fodder usually very well composed in these matches.
Oh, he's more than frustrated. He's mad. That's a guy who stays angry all the time out there. The mere idea of losing his title, that's going to light a fire under him. You're not going to see him smile until this thing's over. You probably won't see him smile then.
Yeah, I mean.
But you will see him hold his head high, because that guy is out there to go.
Yeah, what a swinging neck breaker by Fodder now, going for the pin on Pierce. 2, no. Well, Fodder's angry.
Channel it and focus it. That's how you win.
A little bit of coaching there by Stephen Hensley to Fodder.
Well-wishing.
Well-wishing, yeah.
When I see a star, I want to see them succeed.
Speaking of stars, Pierce a star in his own right, being the stunt double for Ace Spade on Heels. A good show on Stars if you haven't seen it. And now shoulder ramps by the champion to the solar plexus of Brady Pierce.
And that's a good strategy. Take away the core, take away the support for the rest of the body.
And that's what we're seeing implied by Fodder now. And Fodder getting counted there. He needs to get out of that corner.
Nice snapmare out of the corner, runs in with a boot to the chest. Fodder drops down, lateral press. Good press of the shoulders, good control of the wrist there. Perhaps if he would have hooked the leg, he may have gotten it.
Yeah, and you hear Fodder barking the commands at Brady Pierce to stay down. Pierce is only going to stay down if he's down and out. Pierce is not going to stay down on Pierce's own thoughts.
Brady getting choked on the ropes right now. Fodder, that's a heavy boy to have his leg over top of you while your throat's on the rope.
Yeah, it is. Brady Pierce gasping there for oxygen.
Being pulled back to the middle of the ring by Fodder. He's cinching in a headlock there. With a guy like Fodder, that's as good as a chokehold. He doesn't need to compress your windpipe. He can constrict the veins on the side of your neck to put you to sleep.
Yeah, and I think Brady Pierce knows that because he's trying to fight out of it and is doing so successfully at this point, but
still gets sent down to the mat.
Yeah. Fodder needing to focus that hang and does with a leg drop to Brady Pierce.
Why does it have to be hate?
Okay, well,
a fire isn't always hate. A fire is sometimes desire. There's no one with more desire than Fodder. You always want to take him down to a negative. You always want to reduce him. It's guys like you that want to control a guy like Fodder's narrative.
That's not
I don't
true.
think there's room for guys like you in wrestling.
I disagree, Steven, and so do the fans here in Ring Wars, Carolina. I've been here for almost 2 years now.
There are rules against guys like you.
And those rules would be?
Control your own narrative.
Oh, my goodness, Steven. And Fodder controlling the narrative of Brady Pierce as Fodder puts Brady Pierce into the corner.
Fodder going to send him out and across the ring. And you can feel the impact with which Brady Pierce met that corner.
Yeah, the Maverick in trouble now.
You can end it now, Brady. You can end it now.
And you can hear Fodder ask him, what you going to do now? And what does a guy like Brady Pierce do now? Things aren't going his way. He's still got a lot of size to him. But that size, bit by bit, moment by moment, it's going to start working against him. The more those muscles become fatigued, the more they're going to work against a guy that big. It's really, really hard to move that kind of muscle mass when you're tired, when you're wore out, when you're hurt.
And that's what we're seeing here. The power of Fodder on display as he gets charged the corner. But the experience of Brady Pierce gets Brady Pierce out of the way.
Nice pickup, drops him with a belly-to-back suplex there. Side suplex, if you will. And Fodder grabbing a hold of his back, so that accomplished its goal. But right now, Brady Pierce, he needs to get up and he needs to make this work for him. And I mean seriously make this work for him. He's capable, it's his chance. Will he do it?
He's trying, Brady Pierce with everything. Blocking punch after punch by Fodder as Pierce with a clothesline. Second one to follow it up. Wait a minute. What a power slam by Brady Pierce.
And right now, Brady Pierce looking like a god of war in the ring.
Brady Pierce may be calling for it.
He's turning him around, nails the neck breaker.
Going for the pin here. Grapevine's that leg too. No. I tell you what, Brady Pierce, not for trying, tried to keep Fodder down for that 3 count. I tell you what, Fodder's in trouble. And that's not something you normally see here in Ring Wars Carolina, Steve.
Well, if you do, you see it briefly. And while I'm saying that, while Brady Pierce may have had the advantage for a moment,
wow, what a spine buster.
Just as I thought fortunes were reversing, Brady Pierce making it happen. 2 count. Nearly had him.
Yeah, 2.5 at that.
Brady Pierce, credit where it's due. He is sticking in this thing. He's not just surviving, he is thriving. Against any other opponent, he may have been able to wrap this thing up at various points in the contest. Fodder, though.
Wait a minute. Wait, Pierce has got him up for the top gun. Is he going to get it? No.
Nearly had him, though, but Fodder, such an animal, doing all the groundwork to prevent that from happening there. Easier said than done.
Oh.
And the referee stepping in the way, and that cost Brady Pierce.
Wait a minute. What's Fodder doing here?
Going for the pinfall. 2, 3. Fodder got him. He got him.
Here's your winner, and still
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. This was Brady Pierce's to lose. Fodder having to use the foot on the ropes to win against a man like Brady Pierce.